So, been going about 45 minutes now, and you can just see the sun's not quite risen yet, but plenty of people ascending Snowdonia this morning for the sunrise, and head towards the end. Only really needed it for, I don't know, 30 minutes. I've already found out my first error, so I use my watch for the primary means of navigation, and it's got a claim battery life of around 28 hours on full power, but in my experience the watch really lasts around 12. So I'll put it on ultra track mode. The problem with ultra track mode is to try and save battery, what it does only fires a GPS location around every 1 minute, maybe more. So what's happening is, when I'm checking the watch on a map, it's every 2 minutes or so, or whatever its frequency is, isn't showing me exactly where I am. So I have to stop at a crossroad. I have to stop and wait. The other thing that's slightly concerning about this is self-supported run. So the only proof I've got that I've done 100k, which will be relevant for when I enter official races and I want to see qualifying times, it actually cuts the corners because it doesn't track all the time. So every 2 minutes when it gets a lock, it actually cuts the corners off. So I think that's steadily just chipping distance off the plotted route compared to what I'm actually doing. So over the course of 62 miles, that could make quite a bit of difference. I'm hoping there's something in the software that allows it to plot the trail I've actually ran. And the other tech mistake I've made, I've got the route on my phone as well, but I didn't download the maps for offline use. So schoolboy number one is to always check your tech before you set off. But look at that, look at the colours there. So the peak you can see right behind me, if it's coming out on this light, is Snowdonia. So anyway, let's keep moving. Got 20 minutes now to get into Bedgellet to keep me on track. See you there. Pretty special. So, at the first checkpoint, about 10k in now, Bedgellet. I'm about 5 minutes behind plan, but I just took it easy for the first 10k. Just wanted the body to warm up really. So 5 minutes behind plan, but it was scheduled for a 10-minute stop here. There's no shops open. I'm feeling fresh, so I'm going to push on. It's put me a couple of minutes ahead of plan, so far so good. So you can just see the sun starting to rise behind me now. About 12 miles in, and the peak where you can see the sun coming up, it's called Connect, and it's at the end of a ridgeline. But when viewed from the south, as we are now, it looks like a perfect triangular mountain. So this is why it's also known as the Matterhorn of Wales. But we're going to head up here now. So these are the first 2 big ascents. We don't go up to Connect, but we do go over a mountain pass here, and then we drop down and do another one. So there's 3 big climbs on this run. We're about to head into 2 of them now, so let's get it done. Wow. So, just behind me there is the Barmouth coastline, and that was actually the terminus of the Snowdonia Slate train. And from there, from Portmadoc, they would load the sailing ships and they would export the slate all over the world to be used as roofs. So far I managed to keep fairly dry feet, but I've never been on this trail before, this part of the Snowdonia, but I have done Connect, and I do know the ground around this part of the world is very boggy, so let's see if we can keep the dry feet, but this could be a challenge. How's that for sunrise? Coming up just between, or just past the Connect, and that's not a bad view, is it? Been running now for around 2 hours, so it feels strange that the sun's only just coming up, but this is why I love trail running. Look at this, not a single person to be seen in any direction, and I get to watch the sun come up over one of Wales' most iconic mountains. Let's go. And there's Connect in all the glory, which, as I said, is really just the end of a ridgeline, but from this view gives you your iconic kind of triangle shaped mountain, which is what you draw as a kid if someone had said to you, draw the mountain. So around about half an hour from now, and making good time, not feeling too tired.
Lap 10, 17:26.
Okay, stand corrected. 10 miles. But in any case, feeling good. Sun's coming up. I think I'm not really used to running in the heat yet. It's only been warm here for a week or two. So I think when the sun comes up later, that could present some challenges. But we won't complain. Most of the other runs have been in the middle of winter, up high on the mountains, in blizzards, in gales. So it makes a big difference actually to be able to enjoy it. Right, let's keep going. Stop for a breather. I had to get the poles out there. So for all I said, we don't actually summit anything on the first two climbs. We're not actually that much lower than some of the mountain peaks around here, so that's been cheeky for a first climb. It's the first time I've been here, really blowing today. But you can see behind me our first ruins that you can see here, Slate, and you can see the diagonal line, which is where they would have put the carts down to lower the Slate down into the valley below, which would have then been carted all the way out to the coast, as I said, to be shipped over. So been a few false summits on this mountain pass, so I'm hoping as we bend round this corner we'll be at the top, but it could very well go over that way as well. So well, let's keep going. Dry feeting on. But just dropped down from just where you can see the crags up there. So now that's the first of 3 climbs done. I'm on track to be planned by exactly 2 minutes ahead. And now you can see behind me what remains of an old mining village. You know, we complain in this day and age, and things aren't perfect at the minute. Many in food banks, electricity prices, but you know, you think about the lives these people led in these mines maybe 200 years ago, living up on the mountain pass, working 6 days a week, 12 plus hours down the mine, coming home and trying to keep yourself warm. It's a tough life for these people. It kind of really makes you think about where we've come from and where we are now. And while things certainly aren't perfect, we're not working down these mines, we're living on top of a mountain with no central heating, no comfy chairs. You know, in these days, if these people broke the leg, the family could starve to death because they didn't get sick pay. So many of them would get injuries and go back to work before they're ready, leaving them with permanent disabilities. Wow. And this is why I picked this route. As I said, if you want to do something like this self-supported, it's got to connect. It's got to mean something to you. And this, look at that. There's certainly some ghosts here in the past. Oh, man. This is a bit special. And you can just see here the Slate Trail waymarker. It's actually, I've been using more than my watch, so it's really well signposted, this route. And even here, it's so remote, but so beautiful. And while this would have been a hard life for him, you know, so what a place it would have been to live. Definitely no one was vlogging or posting on Instagram. They actually had some really good running coming down off the top. It was soft, kind of moorland start to aim, which, unlike this, doesn't blast trees. Wow. So yeah, with some nice running, we're back onto good trails now. Try and get the feet to dry out. And I did have a 10-minute stop scheduled for the top, and I decided to push through to try and make up some time. So as I said, I'm on course to 2 minutes, but on track to 2 minutes. But that's obviously only done half marathon so far-ish. Got a long way to go yet, so I can just get a slightly ahead of the plan. And then I've been eating these gels, but I'm going to need something else to eat. So hopefully the shops will be open when I get down here, and we'll get some real food. Right, I want to put some distance in my legs, so I'll see you down there. Just had a quick water replenish. Quite frustrating, takes 10 minutes. And humidity's descended. Decided to bite the shit out of me as well. So, I'll get out of here. That's the first round of people I've seen all day. Poles away now, so we're coming down to a small village, back into civilization. Oh, I got bit. Something wrong there then. It's definitely summer when you know the midges are out. So, back on track now. hopefully soon there's going to be a shop open, because we're living off these Zoom bars and just getting some twinges of hunger. On the 50 miler, I found that I managed my nutrition pretty well. Again, similar with the bars, but then you have obviously the aid stations and having crisps and bars, but towards the end I was craving real food, so I'm hoping I can get a sausage roll or some kind of pasty in the skeleton now. So yeah, you can tell I've worked a bit on that last climb. I wasn't thinking about food. Right, so see you next. I'm in balloon fencing in Og now. We're about 15 minutes behind the target, so I'm losing time. But it's taking time to refill the water. It takes around 10 minutes because of the slow trickle out the right shoulder, so I'm losing time there. But it is what it is. Quite hungry now as well. Been running for 4 hours now. I've just done around 15 miles, so slow. But that's the first shop that's open. I'm going to get some real food now, some absolute. So stopped for some much needed food, but I'm now must be at least 40 minutes behind plan. Doing a self-supported run. It isn't my pace. It's the stopping to fill the water, which is taking 10 minutes of time because of the slow trickle through the filtration unit, the lifesaver. Then it's queuing up in shops, which you wouldn't get obviously on a proper run. And now I've had a meal deal. I had a protein yogurt, a chicken, bacon sandwich, packet of crisps, and a Lucozade isotonic. But I was trying to eat them walking, just to try and save some time. But it's just difficult to eat a meal like that when you're walking and going uphill. And now I'm having navigation error, so I'm just losing too much time. I'm a bit frustrated at the minute actually. This section here, I couldn't do the full Slate trail because I shortened it to 100k. So I plotted this route as part of the section I plotted myself to cut out a corner. But I didn't get a chance to wreck it. And now, with the watch issue that I said earlier, we're only reconciling where it's at every 2 minutes or so. It's easy to take a long turn, there's no distinct path here. I have managed to download the route onto Welsh maps though, so there's that. Now I've got the map and compass, but if I start doing that and taking bearings, I'm just going to lose even more time. So this is the second climb of the run, and after it we get back onto the Slate trail where I can pick up the signposts again. But yeah, this is going to be off-piste. I've got a feeling there'll be some long turns along the way here, so yeah, I'm losing time, but I'm not here to race, I'm here to do it. Nevertheless, but I still like to put a decent time in. So that's enough talking. I need to make sure I'm watching me now. Oh, this is going to be hard work. Right, hopefully I'm in a better mood next time. That pathless section was short-lived, and I'm now actually on what would have been tram lines. So you can see it's quite a well-defined, what looks like a path. But actually this would have been tram lines again, where the carts were used to ferry the Slate up and down from the quarry. So we stay on this for a bit now, and then, as I said, this whole section now is a route I plotted off the map So on paper, they're good trails, but this is why you should always try and recce. It's not always possible. It's a 3-hour drive each way to get here for me, if not more. So I'll recce the start and end. In an ideal world, with this being off-piste and not a defined track, I really would like to recce this. Some of the routes are cutting across live quarries as well, so I'm hoping that the maps are accurate and there's no dead ends or anything that's going to add time onto this route. I'll be glad to get this ascent done and pick up the Slate trail again, which I know will be back on well-defined paths. I can follow the signs and actually be pushing in to North Snowdonia, which I know like the back of my hand anyway. So Betty Collard, Clanberis, Capel Curig, not in that order actually. Did a lot of my training around North Snowdonia when I was doing mountain leader. I spent a lot of time mountain here and there, so yeah, once we get to Betty Collard, pretty much know that area anyway, and every mountain there I've done numerous times. So let's get this second ascent done. Let's hope for no deviations on the route, and then just enjoy a section of Wales that I know well. And then there's a sting in the tail at around 50 miles. Got to do a full ascent of Molino, and it's steep, and that's going to kill, but I can put that to the back of my mind for now, because once I'm there I can just mentally say this is it, get up, and then we're dropping back down to the van. So let's get this section done and I'll check back in next time I've got some more news. So it's just turned 9:05 and I've just had a quick look at my plan, and it's saying that I should hit the high point at 9:05. I'm guessing that's the high point up there, the second climb. So, okay, I should have been up there a few minutes ago. So I really need to try and push this out now, try and make back some time. As long as it takes me to get up that, as long as I'll be behind the plan. It's getting warm now as well. It's only 9 o'clock, well, 10 past 9 ish, and I'm already roasting. So anyway, let's get this done, and hopefully I'll see you when it's come over the high point, which was another checkpoint. Now it's 9:35. We should have been here at 9:05, so 1.5 hour. Yeah, that's not too bad. There's not so much quarry. We're going to head down and use this. We've now just done the second climb of 3, and then the third climb I can put out the back of my mind, because there's a good 20 up now before hopefully and down that valley over there, I believe. But what a day. Right, so the knees. poles would have been handy here. Oh, the knees, man. So, a set of mountain bikers up there, waiting to let me go. It'll be a lot easier on the bike. We're going to push through now, through another ruins, and we're going to pick up the forest, and we're going to head through that forest a bit, which I'm looking forward to actually. Get out the sun, get a bit of coolness. We're back on the official Slate trail now as well. Oh, that made me knees there. Back on some nice Slate trail now. Flat. Look at this. It's just the location, the history. That food early on's repeating on me now. I feel sick. But I'm nearly a third in, and if it's 2 times more tired than this at the end, then I might be a bit behind plan at the minute, but I'm not feeling fatigued, well, relatively speaking, and I've still got more in the tank yet. So yeah, happy so far, and yeah, about to get into the woods. And just look at that. I've not been in a forest since started this morning, so yeah, hopefully this will be a nice track through this forest and I can enjoy some shade. And like I said before, there isn't any more big climbs now to the end, so these long distance runs are all about strategy. Again, the reason I'm 30 minutes behind is not because of my pace, but it was the queuing in the shops, it's the collecting water, it's these little things that, while they might be 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there, over a run that's planned to run 16 or 17 hours, they add up. But there's not a lot you can do if you're self-supported and you don't have any support crew meeting you at road junctions, etc. And there's another set of an old village, man workings. Got a few twinges in my back from that ascent, and you're carrying the poles. This running belt was new because poles are a faff to get in and out, and it does work, but I can just feel a bit of a pain in my lower back. So these little twinges you need to sort out because they all add up again. It can become a little niggle, can become something that gets you really down, so I'm going to stop and sort this out. Right, see you. That's the third done now. 20 miles, 6 hours 11 minutes. So if I keep at this pace, that's going to put me on 18.5 hours. The target was 16.5. So, okay, I'm about 2 hours behind plan. That said, there's not a lot. Probably 2/3 of the height gain is now done, apart from the big ascent at the end. So maybe we'll pick up the pace, make some time back. But I'm having my first low point now, 6 hours in. Your back's hurting, mouth's dry. It's heat. I'm not enjoying the heat. I'm not time to acclimatise to it really. Only coming up the last 2 weeks. And I was sunburnt. I was sunburnt last weekend, sat in the garden trying to relax after the training. And I was already fatigued. My immune system was already low. And I spent all last week with a sore throat and a fever. And I was considering not doing this run this week. But I had a sore throat, mild sore throat still yesterday. And then, but managed to get some decent sleep last night. I want to get this done because then I can spend the other 2 days just chilling at the van, swimming, relaxing. Well, I'm not feeling good now. I'm not enjoying it at the minute. I'm 1/3 in. After the 50 miler, my coach told me when you're feeling low, just to do a little bit of an audit. And I think coming down that section behind me now hurt my knees a lot. My back's hurting a little bit from that last climb. So, but moreover, I'm just hot. I think there's, once we get up here, I think there's quite a long forest section to come. So hopefully that'll give us some break through especially through the midday heat as well. I'm running low on water again now. So that's the priority. I can't do a lot about the sore legs. Can't do a lot about the sore back. But I can try and get some water. And hopefully Natty will be coming out with a seat anyway. So yeah, trying to film the lows as well as the highs, because this happens and it's a mental game now. You can't let it get in your head and you'll finish. Yeah, I don't have a lot of choice. I don't have support crews and I'm probably on the other side of the mountain range to where I started, so I could always get a taxi I suppose, but yeah, it's not a lot of options to quit now. And not that I'm necessarily feeling like I want to quit this, but yeah, just going through a bit of a low patch. So I'll check back in soon and we'll see how I'm getting on. So just stopped at Penmaco and had Cornish pasty and a drink and just to sit down for 15 minutes because I was been in a bit of a dark place to be honest for the last hour. So now 55 minutes behind plan. I'm not even cooking marathon yet. I'm really struggling on this one, but we'll just keep going and see what happens. Next stop, Betty Cowan. And bought some sun cream as well, so hopefully that'll stop me from getting too burnt. I've had a swillow wash out in the toilet. Feel slightly better, so let's see how we get on. Right, I'm not sure I'm going the right way here, so let's do a quick nav check. in a bit. Just crossed the marathon distance now. 26.2 miles, 7 hours 50. I ran a marathon in Feb. Trail marathon did it in 4 hours 45. My longest ever trail marathon was the Snowdonia trail marathon at 6 hours. So yeah, that goes to show how slow I'm going on this. I was making some good speed coming over the fire track in the forest, and that was the official Slate trail. And then for some reason the quarry workers stopped using it, which meant they had to drop down into a field. It was just real difficult underfoot. So that was real frustrating actually, just to be getting the miles in the leg and then just grind to a halt. And then these little trails that were just deep in fall. So yeah, peaks and troughs. Let's keep going. A lot of this terrain is difficult to run, so even when you're going down, sometimes it's too steep. So it's more like a fell run really, even though it is on dark paths. Some of them are just difficult, which obviously as always slows the pace as well. I mean, what? You've got to be careful when you get tired legs as well. Because you start stumbling and tripping, and a trip down there wouldn't be much fun, to be honest. There's the Slate trail sign. So we are good, and we're 3 miles now from Betsy Coward, so that'll take us to the halfway point, and the first 50k done. And also from there, it's familiar territory for me, so Betsy Coward I know well, and then from there we push up to Capelcurig, from Capelcurig over the back end of the Carnivore, which is my favourite mountain range actually, but I know that can be tough going. Over the Carnivore, and then we drop back down onto the A5, which takes us through Oggy Valley, past Triffin, and then we'll get some Stran out the Oggy Cottage shop.
Running partner.
Jeez.
Come on, Dave, this one.
And then from there to Bethesda, and then Bethesda to Clonbevis, and then over Moley and all back to the van, jobs of fish. A bit of fun again now. Some real fast trails here, nice and soft underfoot as well, so not too hard on the knees. I'll never be as fresh as that first 20 again, but I certainly don't feel as bad as I did back in Destiny Og. I was in a dark place then, and one of the things about these long runs is, and I always remember quoting or reading Damon Hall's book, and he talks about when you're in a bad spot, things don't always get worse, and that's true. It isn't just a continuous spiral down of misery. You will push through it, and then you will come back to having fun again, and no doubt in a not too distant future I'll be in a world of pain again. So just enjoy the ups, try and push through the downs, have a little audit, understand why you're down, see if there's anything you can do to change it. If you can't, just grit your teeth or quit. mistaken, that's Most Seabod behind me through the forest, which is probably my favourite viewpoint actually in Wales, because it's satellite mountain detached from the main ranges. It gives you really good views over all three: the Snowdonia Massive, the Glidders and the Carnivore. Again, it's a mountain I've done quite a few times in winter and summer, and look at that for a view. Things are getting good. I'm happy again. So I haven't filmed for a while. The energy levels are just depleted. I'm even holding this out, killing me at the minute. Stopped in Betty Co, had an ice cream, got some food, and all I wanted to do was get a taxi back. Yeah, in a dark place again. I don't seem to be ticking the miles off at all at the minute. And now I'm getting really dehydrated. The heat is absolutely killing me. And I'm drinking water. Down in bottles of water just doesn't seem to be anything, and my sore throat's coming back. So what I've been thinking out for the last half an hour or so is just give up, give up, give up. I don't know, it's a mental thing. However, just not fully recovered from the bug last week. But yeah, I'm in a dark spot now. I've never quit a race, and I'm not even at 50 miles. In fact, I'm just over 50k, which for me I should be able to do standing on my head. I'm losing more and more time at the minute, so I don't know. I'm going to push over to Swatter Falls now. Oh. I'd like to get to Bethesda, that's what I've been telling myself. Get to Bethesda. You're not too far in, or too expensive for a taxi, and then if I can get there, I'm most of the way back anyway. But at the minute I'm just, I'm so slow. Struggling. Dark place. Just over 50k in now, and I'm at a road junction, and not in a good way. My throat's hurting. No matter how much water I drink, I just can't seem to get hydrated. Going over and over again in my mind, whether it's mental, and I'm defeating myself. Part of me says, you're getting dehydrated, you're just coming back from a fever last week. The sensible thing to do is call it, and then there's the other part of me that doesn't want to give up and just says push on. I don't know what to do right now. I'm 9 hours 30 into a 50k. So the second 50k, you know, if I carry on that pace, I'm looking 19 hours, which is not terrible in itself. Be 2 hours behind my plan, but it's not going to be at that pace. I can't even, just struggling to even walk up a step now. So how I think I'm going to get up another mountain, I just don't know if it's realistic. 50k in a leg's not a bad day out. Stunning trails. But I've been saying months for this, since I did the 50 mile back in March. Trying to text my coach, see if I get hold of him, but the thing with this one is my wife is out of signal range, And obviously with self-supported, it's not like when you're running a race where you've got other people to kind of spur you on. So, I don't know if I'm just in my own head here, or if actually it's not a good idea to push on. Need to have a think.